Virginia, who's a bad football team right now. +7, +7.5 at home against North Carolina. Pretty bad spot for North Carolina. They won another big game last week. They got Wake on deck. Now you're going to Charlottesville. Potentially sleepy spot. But more importantly, Virginia, whose offense stinks. Brennan Armstrong has regressed hard, mainly because he has no offensive line. He has no time to throw whatsoever. But he'll have that here against a UNC defense that is horrendous. They get no pressure. They can't stop anything. UNC is, and look, Virginia's defense, one of the most underrated units in the country. I'm surprised how well they've been playing. But their secondary is good. They don't give up a lot of explosive plays. Their defense kept them in a lot of games. I mean, they lost by 2 to Miami. They lost by 2 to Syracuse. They'll fight. But I love Drake May. I think he's the best future pro playing college football right now at the quarterback position. He's going to score on this UVA defense. But I think UVA's offense is going to look competent for once because the UNC defense is that bad. What has UNC done on the road? This is why adjusted for opponent, they're the bottom 20 defense still. That's why they can't pull away on the road, even though Drake May is shredding everybody. UNC on the road this year, 63-61. They won at App State. They gave up 650 yards. They won 35-28 at Georgia State, gave up 430 yards. They won 27-24 at Miami, gave up 540 yards to Miami. How do you do that? And then they won 38-35 at Duke. Duke had 550 yards. It doesn't matter what offense they play, and especially on the road, they're going to move the ball. So Brennan Armstrong, these receivers, he'll actually have time to throw. They'll even be able to move it on the ground a little bit. This is 7.5. This UNC team just can't get margin because they can't get stops. It's also a bad spot. Give me the Who's.
Yeah, and as far as the total goes, I project this at 59. You've seen a kind of a decrease in the number down to 60.5 as we are here recording this. We'll see if it keeps going down. Virginia's gone over the total just once this season, and I mean, a lot of that comes back to their 128th in offensive finishing drives. They can't sustain drives. They have like 3 scoring opportunities a game. Can't stop with the havoc allowed, the turnovers, tackles were lost. Everything's going wrong with this offense. So I can see a case being made that there could be an under here, but come on. It's a North Carolina game.
Yeah.
Third in the nation in offensive finishing drives. I mean, they're just going to get a huge lead, and Virginia's going to have to open it up, which is going to lead to defensive turnovers and quick scores. But, the pace is going to be there. This is 23 seconds, 25 seconds per play. So I very much like the over here, but I'm just going to wait for 59.
Don't be surprised if Virginia wins this game. North Carolina's going to lose one of these road games because they can't get stops eventually. This might be it. A bad spot.